We're doing Kids Vote. We do this every 2 years, every 4 years. We really try to make it a big deal because of the presidential elections. We have each socialized teacher bring each class down every hour. So that way every kid who has a socialized class, they come down and they vote in the library. They're voting for everything that's on the ballot. We got the president, we got the Senate, we got the House races, governor, secretary of state, and we only have Proposition B, which is the tax increase on the tobacco. Well, they just basically learn how the process works. Who you should know to vote for, the different parties, sometimes they don't realize it, and they have it set up so what the kids are doing is basically exactly how the ballot looks on the electronic voting in St. Louis County. We had a voter registration drive a few weeks ago, and we had quite a few kids coming up saying they wanted to vote, what's it going to look like, what's it going to be like, and this helps familiarize them with what's going on.
Okay, come on in. My class, you're going to have a seat at one of these computers along here. There are ballots up. When you sit down, you may begin your voting, but if you're not sure who some of the candidates are, there are booklets next to each computer with some information on some of the candidates. So have a seat, start voting. It'll only take you about 3 or 4 minutes.
Tell me about your experience with voting here today.
I've seen a lot of people that I knew about, and a couple people that I didn't really know about, because I didn't know it was more about the 13th in the district and stuff. I really didn't know too much about them, but it was a lot of things I knew about, and I was proud that I knew about them from learning in class and listening and stuff. It helps me feel more important to the election, and this helps me want to vote when I'm older now.
Are you old enough to vote?
No, actually.
Okay. And so tell me about this process today. Does this inspire you to want to vote or get involved in the process? What's this do for you?
Like some ways it makes me want to vote, in some ways it doesn't, because like people argue over who to vote for, and I think that they get mad over they should be voting for, then why are they voting in the first place? I did this once in like 5th grade though.
Okay. And so how does this compare to doing it in 5th grade?
I mean, like, it's kind of the same.
Okay, cool. Did you do it on a computer then and everything?
No, we did it, like, we had little subdivisions where we voted.
Tomorrow, Pam Rallman, the 4th grade math teacher who's also in charge of kids voting, will run stations in the lab. There'll be 10 booths set up around computers in the lab, and the kids will run through 10 at a time. And we start right at 9:15, and she doesn't even have a lunchtime. She's running straight through until 3 o'clock, and all the kids will cycle through and vote in the lab using the regular kids voting website, where they have the official ballot where we'll vote for president, and we'll vote for our governor and our representatives. There's an entire ballot that they have to vote for. They're also voting on Proposition B, their yes or no vote for whether the cigarette tax should be raised to 90 cents.
Okay, we got it!
One of our GLEs for 4th grade is to create some kind of an electrical circuit that will perform a task. And so for kids voting, we're putting together different circuits, and they're coloring the light bulbs red or blue, and we're leaving them white. And then we're creating the board backdrop, as you can see over there. They'll be decorating it as the vote. And then tomorrow, they'll be voting in our classroom first, with either going up to it and pressing the red light bulb or the blue light bulb to make that circuit light, and then we'll tally that up for the 4th grade. And the math teacher across the hall, Mrs. Rallman, is going to make graphs and things for our STEM presentation at UMSL next Tuesday for what the trends in voting are for our 4th graders. And then they will go to the computer lab to do the actual kids voting on the machines, the way all of the students in Missouri are going to be doing.
We've learned that the battery is called electric cell, and that you can have a red and a black wire, and if you put them together, and if you put them on these two middle parts, then it'll make the light bulb light up. We're building these circuits for voting machines.
We put this together with the light bulb. We had to change because the battery didn't have enough energy for one light bulb, and we changed to a different light bulb, and it had enough energy, and we were able to put it together because the battery has to have enough energy to make the light bulb lights. And if you take anything apart from off of it, it's not gonna go like make the light bulb light. You need to have everything connected, and if you don't, then it won't like work.
We get to do a lot of activities about circuits and how they are. And I think that, I like doing projects. So I think that it's very fun to do it. I would like to be an engineer.
An engineer? Okay. And so does this help inspire you to want to do something like that?
I build a lot of things, and this helps me with my with coming up with being an engineer and stuff.
And my friend thought it would be better if I put double, if we put 2 wires. So 2 times the electricity would help it.
Look, we're red. Look how red ours is.
I need someone who has a white light bulb,
There.
someone who has a blue light bulb, and someone. But what they have to do tomorrow is they walk up, and we couldn't figure out a way in 4th grade to make it tally. But what they're going to do is they'll come up and they'll complete the circuit they want for Obama, Romney, or the Libertarian Johnson.